You cannot heal your prostate if you still eat these 8 foods. Once you have prostate issues, you can't just eat the same thing you've been eating. You should avoid anything refined. You must cut out sugar and no more eating anything out of a box or a can or any quick junk foods. The list of foods you can't eat becomes very long, and some may surprise you as they are actually very nutritious. First, we have curcumin. One of the main concerns regarding curcumin in prostate health lies in its hormonal effects. Curcumin has been shown to influence androgen receptors, which play a critical role in the development and progression of prostate diseases. Androgens, like testosterone, are essential for normal prostate function, but their dysregulation can lead to conditions such as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostate cancer. Curcumin's ability to modulate androgen activity might disrupt the delicate hormonal balance necessary for maintaining prostate health, potentially exacerbating these conditions. Additionally, curcumin's anti-inflammatory properties, while generally beneficial, can sometimes have unintended consequences. Chronic inflammation is a known factor in the development of prostate diseases, and curcumin's ability to reduce inflammation might seem advantageous. However, inflammation also serves as a crucial defense mechanism in the body. By excessively suppressing inflammation, curcumin could impair the body's natural ability to respond to and eliminate precancerous or cancerous cells in the prostate, potentially increasing the risk of malignancy. Another property of curcumin that raises concerns is its effect on oxidative stress. While curcumin is renowned for its antioxidant capabilities, which help neutralize harmful free radicals, there is a paradoxical aspect to its action. In some cases, curcumin can act as a pro-oxidant, especially at higher doses, generating reactive oxygen species, ROS, that cause cellular damage. This oxidative stress can harm prostate cells, leading to DNA damage, cellular dysfunction, and even the initiation of cancerous processes. Moreover, curcumin's bioavailability and metabolism can influence its impact on prostate health. Curcumin is poorly absorbed in the gastrointestinal tract, and its metabolites can vary significantly among individuals. Some of these metabolites might exert different biological effects, including undesirable ones on the prostate. For example, certain metabolites could interact with cellular signaling pathways that regulate prostate cell growth and survival, potentially promoting undesirable cellular changes. Next, we have grass-fed meat. One notable concern is the high content of saturated fats in grass-fed meat. While grass-fed meat is often lauded for having a better fat profile compared to grain-fed meat, it still contains significant amounts of saturated fats. Diets high in saturated fats have been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. These fats can promote inflammation and oxidative stress within the prostate, creating an environment conducive to cancer development and progression. In addition to saturated fats, grass-fed meat contains high levels of cholesterol. Elevated cholesterol levels have been associated with prostate cancer, as cholesterol can be a precursor to certain hormones that fuel prostate cancer cell growth. The presence of high cholesterol in grass-fed meat could therefore contribute to an increased risk of prostate cancer by facilitating the production of these hormones and supporting tumor development. Another factor to consider is the presence of certain hormones and growth factors in grass-fed meat. While grass-fed animals are often raised without added hormones, they naturally produce hormones like insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1. IGF-1 has been implicated in the development and progression of prostate cancer, as it can stimulate the growth of cancerous cells. Consuming meat high in IGF-1 could potentially elevate the levels of this growth factor in the body, thereby increasing the risk of prostate cancer. Grass-fed meat also tends to have higher levels of certain nutrients, such as omega-3 fatty acids and conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. While these nutrients have health benefits, their impact on prostate health is complex. For instance, while omega-3 fatty acids are generally anti-inflammatory, some studies suggest that excessive intake of certain types of omega-3s might be linked to a higher risk of prostate cancer. This contradictory evidence highlights the need for careful consideration of nutrient balance in the diet. Furthermore, the cooking methods used for grass-fed meat can introduce additional risks. Grilling or barbecuing meat, common methods for preparing grass-fed beef, can produce carcinogenic compounds known as heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These compounds form when meat is cooked at high temperatures and have been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. Thus, the method of cooking grass-fed meat is a crucial factor in its potential impact on prostate health. Next, we have pecans. One primary concern with pecans is their high fat content. While the fats in pecans are primarily unsaturated and generally considered heart-healthy, they are still calorie-dense. Excessive calorie intake can lead to obesity, a known risk factor for various health issues, including prostate cancer. Obesity is linked to higher levels of insulin and insulin-like growth factor, IGF, both of which can promote the growth of prostate cancer cells. Additionally, pecans are rich in omega-6 fatty acids. Although omega-6 fatty acids are essential for the body, an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids can lead to chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a recognized contributor to the development and progression of prostate diseases, including prostate cancer. The typical Western diet already tends to be high in omega-6s and low in omega-3s, and consuming pecans can exacerbate this imbalance. Pecans also contain significant amounts of phytates. While phytates can have beneficial antioxidant properties, they can also inhibit the absorption of essential minerals like zinc. Zinc is crucial for prostate health, and its deficiency has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. By consuming large quantities of pecans, one might inadvertently reduce zinc absorption, potentially compromising prostate health. Moreover, pecans have high levels of natural plant estrogens, known as phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens can mimic the action of estrogen in the body, which may influence hormonal balance. For men, particularly those at risk of prostate cancer, an excess of estrogenic activity can be detrimental. Elevated estrogen levels have been associated with an increased risk of prostate cancer, making the phytoestrogen content in pecans a potential concern. The fiber content in pecans, while generally beneficial for digestive health, can also have unintended consequences for the prostate. High fiber intake can alter the gut microbiome and impact the metabolism of hormones, including androgens and estrogens. These hormonal changes can influence prostate health, potentially contributing to the development or progression of prostate diseases. Another factor to consider is the presence of allergens in pecans. Nut allergies are common, and even mild allergic reactions can trigger systemic inflammation. Chronic low-level inflammation is a risk factor for various types of cancer, including prostate cancer. For individuals with sensitivities to nuts, consuming pecans can exacerbate inflammatory responses, potentially impacting prostate health over time. Next, we have saturated and trans fats. One of the primary issues with saturated and trans fats is their role in promoting inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a well-known risk factor for the development and progression of various cancers, including prostate cancer. These fats can induce inflammatory responses in the body, leading to an environment that supports cancer cell growth and proliferation. This inflammatory state is particularly harmful to the prostate, which is sensitive to changes in the body's inflammatory status. Additionally, saturated and trans fats have been shown to elevate levels of cholesterol in the blood. High cholesterol levels are linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. Cholesterol serves as a precursor for the synthesis of androgens and other hormones that can stimulate the growth of prostate cancer cells. By contributing to higher cholesterol levels, saturated and trans fats indirectly promote an environment conducive to prostate cancer development. Another concern is the impact of these fats on insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. High intake of saturated and trans fats can lead to obesity, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome, all of which are associated with an increased risk of prostate cancer. Insulin resistance and high levels of insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, can promote the growth of prostate cancer cells, exacerbating the risk posed by these unhealthy fats. Furthermore, diets rich in saturated and trans fats can lead to oxidative stress. These fats are prone to oxidation, which produces harmful free radicals. Free radicals can damage cellular DNA, leading to mutations and the potential initiation of cancerous processes in the prostate. The oxidative stress induced by these fats compromises the prostate's cellular integrity and enhances the likelihood of cancerous changes. Saturated and trans fats also affect hormonal balance, which is crucial for prostate health. Excessive intake of these fats can disrupt the balance of androgens and estrogens in the body. An imbalance in these hormones can stimulate the growth of prostate cells, increasing the risk of hyperplasia and prostate cancer. The hormone-disrupting effects of these fats are particularly concerning, given the prostate's reliance on a delicate hormonal balance for healthy function. Next, we have spicy foods. Capsaicin, the active ingredient in chili peppers, is one of the main culprits when it comes to spicy foods affecting prostate health. Capsaicin can irritate the lining of the urinary tract, leading to symptoms such as burning during urination and increased urgency, which can mimic or exacerbate symptoms of prostatitis or benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Chronic irritation from regular consumption of spicy foods can lead to inflammation, which is a known risk factor for the development of prostate cancer. Black pepper, another common spice, contains piperine, which can also have irritating effects on the prostate. Piperine can increase the absorption of various substances, potentially leading to higher concentrations of harmful compounds in the body. This enhanced absorption can amplify the irritating effects of other spices and exacerbate prostate inflammation and discomfort, particularly in individuals already experiencing prostate issues. Spicy foods often contain various other irritants that can affect the prostate. Mustard, horseradish, and wasabi, for example, contain compounds that can irritate the mucous membranes of the urinary tract. These irritants can lead to an inflammatory response, further aggravating the prostate and potentially increasing the risk of developing prostate-related conditions. For individuals with existing prostate issues, these spicy foods can worsen symptoms and lead to increased discomfort. Certain spicy foods, like those found in hot sauces and curry powders, often contain multiple irritants, including chili peppers, garlic, and various spices. The combination of these ingredients can have a synergistic effect, intensifying the irritation and inflammation of the prostate. Regular consumption of such spicy food combinations can lead to chronic inflammation, a known precursor to prostate cancer and other prostate diseases. Spicy foods can also impact prostate health indirectly through their effects on digestion and metabolism. Spices like chili peppers and black pepper can stimulate the production of stomach acid, leading to acid reflux and heartburn. Chronic acid reflux can cause a condition known as Barrett's esophagus, which has been linked to an increased risk of various cancers, including prostate cancer. The systemic inflammation caused by chronic digestive issues can contribute to an overall inflammatory state, adversely affecting prostate health. Next, we have sugar. One of the primary concerns with sugar intake is its role in promoting obesity. Diets high in sugar contribute to weight gain and obesity, both of which are significant risk factors for prostate cancer. Obesity is associated with higher levels of insulin and insulin-like growth factor, IGF, which can promote the growth of prostate cancer cells. Excess body fat also leads to increased inflammation, creating an environment that is conducive to cancer development and progression. High sugar consumption can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin. This resistance results in elevated blood sugar levels and increased insulin production. Insulin and IGF-1 are known to stimulate the growth of prostate cancer cells, making insulin resistance a critical concern. Diets rich in sugary foods and beverages can therefore contribute to an increased risk of developing prostate cancer through these hormonal pathways. Refined sugars, such as those found in sweets, pastries, and sugary drinks, have been shown to induce inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is a well-established risk factor for various cancers, including prostate cancer. The pro-inflammatory effects of sugar can lead to an inflammatory environment in the prostate, promoting the development and growth of cancerous cells. Reducing the intake of refined sugars is essential for mitigating these inflammatory effects and protecting prostate health. Sugary foods and beverages are often devoid of essential nutrients, leading to poor overall dietary quality. Diets high in sugar can displace healthier food options, resulting in deficiencies in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are crucial for maintaining prostate health. For instance, a lack of sufficient intake of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, which are rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, can leave the prostate vulnerable to damage and disease. The glycemic load of foods, which measures how quickly foods raise blood sugar levels, is another important factor. High glycemic foods, which are typically high in sugar, cause rapid spikes in blood glucose and insulin levels. These spikes can promote the growth of prostate cancer cells and exacerbate existing prostate issues. Foods with a high glycemic load also contribute to the risk of developing insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome, both of which are linked to prostate cancer. Next, we have tomatoes. One concern with tomatoes is their high acid content. Tomatoes are naturally acidic, and for some individuals, consuming acidic foods can lead to bladder irritation and urinary discomfort. This irritation can mimic or exacerbate symptoms of prostatitis or benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Chronic irritation from acidic foods can contribute to inflammation, which is a known risk factor for the development of prostate-related issues, including prostate cancer. Lycopene, the antioxidant for which tomatoes are famously known, while beneficial in many ways, can also have a downside. High doses of lycopene supplements have been shown to have adverse effects in some studies. Excessive intake of lycopene, particularly from supplements, can lead to an imbalance in antioxidant levels in the body. This imbalance can cause oxidative stress, which might contribute to cellular damage and increase the risk of prostate cancer. Tomatoes contain solanine, a glycoalkaloid poison found in all nightshade vegetables. Solanine has been known to cause inflammation in some individuals, particularly those who are sensitive to nightshades. Inflammation is a significant risk factor for prostate problems, and regular consumption of tomatoes might aggravate inflammatory conditions in susceptible individuals, potentially leading to an increased risk of prostate diseases. Tomato-based products such as sauces, soups, and ketchup often contain added sugars and salts. High sugar and salt intake are linked to various health issues, including obesity and hypertension, both of which are risk factors for prostate cancer. These added ingredients can negate the potential benefits of tomatoes and contribute to an overall unhealthy diet that impacts prostate health negatively. Certain individuals may have allergies or sensitivities to tomatoes. Symptoms of tomato allergies can include itching, swelling, and digestive issues, which can indirectly affect prostate health by causing systemic inflammation. Chronic allergic reactions can contribute to an inflammatory environment in the body, which is detrimental to prostate health. Last, we have vegetable oil. One major concern with vegetable oils is their high content of omega-6 fatty acids. Oils such as soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil are particularly rich in omega-6 fatty acids. While these fatty acids are essential for health, an excessive intake can lead to an imbalance with omega-3 fatty acids. This imbalance can promote chronic inflammation, a known risk factor for the development and progression of prostate cancer. Chronic inflammation creates an environment that supports the growth and spread of cancerous cells in the prostate. Many vegetable oils are prone to oxidation, especially when exposed to heat during cooking. Oils such as canola oil and corn oil can form harmful compounds like aldehydes when heated to high temperatures. These oxidized compounds can cause oxidative stress in the body, leading to cellular damage and an increased risk of cancer. The oxidative stress specifically impacts the prostate, contributing to DNA damage and the potential initiation of cancerous processes. Trans fats, which are formed during the hydrogenation of vegetable oils to produce margarine and shortening, are particularly harmful. Although their use has decreased due to increased awareness, trans fats are still present in some processed foods. Trans fats have been linked to increased inflammation, insulin resistance, and obesity, all of which are significant risk factors for prostate cancer. Consuming foods containing trans fats can therefore directly impact prostate health by promoting these harmful conditions. Moreover, the balance of fats in the diet plays a crucial role in hormone regulation. Diets high in omega-6 fatty acids from vegetable oils can disrupt the balance of androgens and estrogens in the body. Hormonal imbalances are a known risk factor for prostate cancer, as they can stimulate the growth of prostate cells and potentially lead to hyperplasia and malignancy. Maintaining a balanced intake of fats, favoring omega-3 fatty acids from sources like fish and flaxseed, is important for hormonal health and prostate protection. Lastly, the method of cooking with vegetable oils can also influence their health effects. Deep frying and high-heat cooking methods increase the risk of forming harmful compounds in the oils, further contributing to oxidative stress and inflammation. Opting for healthier cooking methods, such as steaming, baking, or using oils with higher smoke points like olive oil for moderate heat cooking, can help mitigate some of these risks and promote better prostate health.